Okay, everybody, I'm back. The powers that be kind of cut me off. WWE talent wrestlers, Ronda Rousey, Becky Lynch, when you are sitting there thinking they're tweeting fire, they're not tweeting anything. It's college interns, people, that are tweeting for the wrestlers. It's a Milli Vanilli situation. I don't know how else to explain it. How come the WWE talents never have misspellings in their tweets? Yes, and for someone that's going to say, well, some wrestlers do their own twittering. Yes, if they're no longer associated with WWE, if they're former WWE talent, if they were fired, let go, whatever, if they're not with the company, they don't have a college intern doing their tweets. I'm talking about the Becky Lynches, the Ronda Rouseys. When Kurt Angle tweeted something to the effect to the Revival that, hey, you guys were in a meaningless tag team match with Roman Reigns, does that sound like Kurt Angle himself, the Olympic gold medalist, or does that sound like a college intern? How come there's no spelling errors in these tweets? If you look at all the WWE wrestlers, they have the perfect spelling, right? You're supposed to believe that? This is like the last boundary for wrestling fans. The wrestling fans don't want to accept, and even the podcasters. I'm listening to Taz last night, and he's talking about Becky Lynch and Nia Jax and their tweets, and I'm like, Taz, you're just in on the act now, right? I mean, you're just jerking everyone around. I think Meltzer sometimes, Alvarez, all these guys talk about the wrestlers' tweets. These aren't the wrestlers' tweets for WWE. For non-WWE wrestlers, for Chris Jericho, he's doing his own tweets. I'm assuming. For wrestlers no longer with the company, they're doing their own tweets. For WWE talent currently with the company, they are not tweeting for themselves. I don't know how else to explain it. I didn't watch Raw last night. Raw protest week 8, and I've gotten to the point where I don't even have to think about not watching Raw. I've gotten to the point where it's so meaningless, and just hearing people complain about it, that now I'm kind of like weaned off, like it's out of my system a little bit. Thanks for joining the conversation. What I'm talking about is WWE talent does not do their own tweets. Go back later, watch the beginning of the video. WWE talent doesn't do their own tweets. Who does their own tweets? College interns. People are upset about WWE joking about dismemberment last night. Stephanie McMahon saying dismemberment is against company policy. So it's up to you, fans. If you think that it's okay for WWE to joke about the death of a journalist and to make a self-referential comment like that, then keep on watching. Keep on spending your $10 a month. If you are a subscriber to the WWE Network, you're putting $120 into the pockets every year of the company that jokes about dismemberment. That's what you're doing. Now, I'm sure the WWE say, well, that had nothing to do with that. That was just... If we continue to allow this company to show their moral disgracefulness and their lack of ethics and spending your money and your time and your eyeballs on that company, you have no one to blame but yourself. The company's not going to change. They're not going to be a good company. When they have Drake Maverick urinating on himself, that's basically saying this is what we think of shorter guys. You have to be a big, strong guy like Braun Strowman, or you're going to urinate yourself out of fear, like this Drake Maverick character, who, 3 or 4 years ago was doing this great match, this bloody match with EC3. I think it was a last man standing or a falls count anywhere or something with Drake Maverick and EC3, and now the guy's urinating himself in his pants. I'm watching old school wrestling. I just watched Sensational Sherry, some of her greatest matches, beating Candy Devine in Comiskey Park in '85. Survivor Series, the first women's match. Guess what, folks? Talk about women's empowerment. 1987, there was a 5-on-5 women's match at Survivor Series 1 with Sherry Martel, Fabulous Moolah, the Jumping Up Bomb Angels, Lalani Kai, and so forth. I just watched AWA Women's Battle Royal. Last night, I was watching some other stuff. I was watching the Japanese wrestler, the legendary Japanese wrestler. I'm trying to pronounce his name properly. He was wrestling Lou Thez. So I'm just telling you guys and women, there's more to wrestling than WWE, more than the WWE current product. Go back in time, create your wrestling time machine. Thanks for joining in the conversation. Someone just came in. All I'm telling you guys is this: WWE does not do their own social media. When they tell you that they're doing their social media, it's a lie, it's a crock. Watch the beginning of the tape later on, you'll see what I'm talking about. As far as Mike Messier goes, my own life, I'm very happy. Just finished another short film a couple of weeks ago. We're entering festivals, The Impeccable. Shot another one, So You're the Guy in Orange, Connecticut. That was about 2 weeks ago. About 3 weeks ago, had a stage play up in Orange, Connecticut. I'm becoming big in Orange, apparently. Who's Your Daddy was on stage. And so I'm doing things. I'm trying to live my life. Avalonia Festival, if anyone's in the Rhode Island area, December 7th. But really trying to get myself weaned off of WWE. Yes, I did watch the Survivor Series. I don't have a subscription to the network, but a friend invited me over, wanted me to see this thing. We jumped through it. The main events were great. So, but I mean, what can I tell you? It's just you have to moderate things, everybody. That's the key to success and key to life is moderation. WWE is an addiction. We're all addicted if we're wrestling fans. But for me, there's nothing good for me to get out of WWE anymore because they don't want to hire me in my creative mind as a writer. So I have just me putting time, money, effort, and energy into that company. When people don't want to acknowledge simple things like the WWE talent does not do their own social media, go back to the beginning of the tape to watch. I'm just trying to help. So here I am. It's a rainy day. We've got Thanksgiving coming up. They ruined Thanksgiving with Starrcade. No Starrcade on Thanksgiving. I guess they'll do that and whenever they do it. But if you want to watch some great wrestling, folks, watch Starrcade 85, The Gathering. Dusty Rhodes versus Ric Flair, Tully Blanchard, Magnum TA. Have a great Thanksgiving, everybody. Watch your old school wrestling. Watch your Smoky Mountain. Watch your ECW, Mid-South, UWF. Watch the Wrestling Classic. If you're an out-and-out WWE fan and you love these pay-per-views, watch the first ever WWE Classic. Macho Man Savage, The Dynamite Kid, Junkyard Dog, Hogan vs. Piper. There's more to wrestling than Braun Strowman's elbow injury and Nia Jax punching Becky Lynch and the wrestlers doing social media that's fake. Thanks for watching, everybody. I got to get going. I got a lot of things to do. I know you're all doing stuff. I appreciate you taking the time. Subscribe, share this video. Beginning of the video tells all about the WWE social media lies. Just don't buy into the hype. All right, thanks, everyone. Have a good one. Look at my hand.